Back in the world of traditional sports, NBA, the aftermath of the trade deadline, and there's three big things I kind of wanted to hit on with this. One, my bias will show a little bit here, but it is a storyline. My Sixers, I trashed them on last Friday's show, and they immediately win two in a row. I mean, sure, it was against the Grizzlies and the Bulls, so the quality of opponent had dropped considerably from who they were losing to, and they were back home, so obviously they usually win there, and it's on the road that they're awful. Like, the Sixers should never leave Philadelphia. You never leave Philly. That's when the bad stuff happens. You don't ever leave Philly. Sorry, had to get that Always Sunny reference in there. It's one of the few I know, so I had to hit that one. Anyway, that's just how it goes, isn't it? I absolutely rip into the Sixers. I talk about how the process is failing. They make a couple trades. Those trades pan out and perform well. They performed very well against the Bulls. Particularly Robinson. In limited playtime, like, he only played 12 minutes, but went 5 of 6 from the floor and scored 10 points, had a plus-minus of plus 11. Like, only committed one foul, picked up an offensive rebound. Like, for a small forward coming off the bench who only gets 12 minutes, that's pretty good. And obviously there were bigger stories in this game. It was Furkan Korkmaz actually absolutely going off and leading the team and almost the game, because Zach LaVine was playing, and he's really the only thing that keeps the Bulls in games. Zach LaVine had 32. Furkan had 31. He was coming off the bench. He played 32 minutes. He played a lot. He played 8 minutes less than Zach LaVine. Almost, that's 2/3 of a quarter. So that's a lot of time where he scored almost as many points as Zach LaVine did. And the crowd was absolutely loving it. I think it helps that the name Furkan Korkmaz is just ridiculously awesome. But he had a really good game. 6 of 11 from 3, 12 of 17 overall. Didn't do much in the way of rebounding, but he's a guard, so, you take what you get. But I mean, the man had 3 steals and 31 points. For a bench shooting guard from Turkey, I will take that. The fact that he led the Sixers in scoring also almost validates what I said on last week's show about Embiid and Simmons. I mean, don't get me wrong. Embiid had 28, and I'll get to that in a second, but Korkmaz, I am so glad he is on the Sixers. And I mean, anyone who's seen any part of Sixers Twitter knows the wordplay with the first name Furkan. It's pretty obvious. I have to enunciate it really carefully when I say it, because I'm not on radio anymore, but I still don't want to swear. God, made myself laugh at my own dumb joke. Anyway, but Glenn Robinson, in his limited minutes, did contribute. So that was a good trade. Burks didn't play, but he is in the rotation for their next game against the Clippers. So that's good to know. I want to see what he can do with the rest of this team, because they need some bench scoring, and they may have found some bench scoring, because they really need some bench scoring. Outside of those two, 6 from Thibault, 3 from Richardson, and 2 from Mike Scott. Yeah. And also, nothing from Al Horford. He got 30 minutes, went 0 for 6. Guess what? With the money he's making in Philadelphia, I have no problem with the fans booing him. I have zero problem with the fans booing Al Horford the way he's been playing lately. He's been playing horribly. Like, he is not worth the money the Sixers are spending on him right now. Like, It is just sad. And I've heard from some Boston fans like, oh, we'd never boo Al Horford. Yes, you would. If Al Horford went out there and went 0 for 6 in 30 minutes of playtime, the most thing he contributed was a couple rebounds and some fouls, you would absolutely boo him. Boston fans act like they're so high and mighty that they're never mean to anyone. Excuse me? Boston fans are some of the meanest on the planet. So, guess what? You would boo Horford just as much if he contributed almost nothing in 30 minutes of playtime. He is a starter and a legend of the game and a guaranteed Hall of Famer. He should be able to score against the 19-34 coming into that game Chicago Bulls. But no, he went 0 for 6. So yeah, I'm going to boo him. And the crowd at Wells Fargo Center is going to boo him. That's how it works. The guy doesn't perform, even if he is on your team, you show your lack of appreciation for how poor his play is. The 0 points is inexcusable for a guy like Horford. Maybe he's not a great fit with Embiid. Whatever. He should at least be able to hit a free throw or get to the line. He didn't even get to the line. And he's what, like 6'10"? The Bulls are short. You can't tell me he couldn't get like a floater. He would have been matched up against Thaddeus Young most of the game. He's way taller than Thaddeus Young. He could have easily gotten like a little hook shot over top of him. But no, he scored nothing. So yeah, we have every single right in the world to boo him. And it's not a condemnation of Philly fans being, oh, just so mean. No, he played horribly. He gets booed. That's how it works. The other guy who was getting booed, he actually answered the bell. Joel Embiid was getting booed. He wasn't playing that well. He went off. He ended up scoring 28 points. He was the second leading scorer on the team, which for a center is pretty good. Especially in a game when your bench shooting guard is just having the game of his life and just absolutely going off. So for a center to be the second leading scorer on the team, that's pretty good. Especially in the modern NBA where there are no true centers anymore. I mean, he had a three-pointer, so he's kind of defying conventions himself, but he still plays a lot like a true center. And he's really good at it. And when he was getting booed and then he went off and he hit that three and he shushed the crowd, that was amazing. So, Philly fans, this is coming back at you. You have every right to boo Al Horford. You don't have the right to get mad at Joel Embiid for shushing you after you were booing him and then he started playing better. Angry Joel Embiid is what you want. Angry Joel Embiid is a top 5 player in the league. Angry Joel is what you want. You want him getting mad at the fact that you're booing him, so he's just like, all right, watch this. And then he shushes you. That's great. That's what I want from him. That's what you should all want from him. So don't go crying on Twitter about your star center who has not been performing up to the level you know he's capable of. And when he turns it around and does, he shushes you for booing it. That's a good thing. That's what you want. Keep it up, Joel. I like Angry You a whole lot better. Because Angry You is amazing. So keep it up. Maybe learn how to do it on the road too and shush a crowd that should be booing you. Not the don't shush the maybe don't only play well at home. Play well on the road too. Because you need to win on the road to win a title.